Most of you know that 5 years ago I left my traditional gynecology practice and started my own functional medicine practice. But what I get is a lot of questions about what exactly is functional medicine. Let me put it this way. Functional medicine allows me to be the guide taking people from the walking dead and put them in dancing in the streets. Let me give you an example about a patient of mine who I'll call Jane. Jane was a beautiful woman in her mid-40s. She came to see me about a year ago, but she had absolutely no sparkle in her eyes. She sat down on the chair and cried to me that she felt like she was dying. She had barely enough energy to get through the day. She felt like she was walking through honey. Even doing the laundry took significant effort and exhausted her. She had severe brain fog and felt like she was faking it at work and that they would soon discover that she wasn't as smart as she used to be and that her job would be in jeopardy. She would be exhausted when she came home from work, have absolutely nothing left for her husband or children. But then when she would go to bed, she would lay there wide awake, unable to sleep, totally tired, but incredibly wired. When she finally went to sleep, she felt like the alarm would go off about 3 minutes later. And so she would do the snooze button 2 to 3 times, finally get up, drink a cup of coffee or two to get her energy going for the day, and the whole cycle would start over again. Her traditional doctor gave her a diagnosis of fibromyalgia and depression and offered to put her on an antidepressant. But she cynically said to me, "The only thing I'm depressed about is that I feel like shit all the time. Who wouldn't be depressed if they felt that way?" She even went to another integrative doctor who diagnosed her with Lyme disease, but any treatment that he tried to put her on made her violently ill and she couldn't take it. He did help her feel a little bit better by helping her clean up her diet. She gave up processed food, sugar, and stopped eating gluten. But she had so much work left to do, and she told me that I was her last-ditch effort. So we worked together very carefully, starting by getting her story from way back to when her mom was pregnant with her, all the way through childhood, looking for puzzle pieces, because I see health as a 1,000-piece puzzle. She had a few pieces put together, but there was clearly something missing. What we discovered was she had some viral infections in adolescence, including Epstein-Barr virus. She had some childhood trauma with the parents that got divorced, and then date rape in high school. Then she had toxic exposures to mold starting in college with her dorm room that was moldy, and most recently in the previous home that her and her husband lived in that had basement damage from flooding. And then her health also took a dive recently when the electrical company put a smart meter right outside her master bedroom. So it took a lot of work, and we had several visits where she sat there and actually cried to me that she was doing everything I told her to, but still not getting better. But luckily, Jane hung in there. We worked together on supplements that helped heal her cell membranes, which are, by the way, made mostly of fat. And then once I thought those were stronger, we started working on detoxification to help her body eliminate the toxins that had accumulated throughout her life. She did some trauma therapy in the form of trauma release exercises. And then came the magic day about 5 months ago, so 7 months into her working with me. She came into my office. She had a huge smile on her face, a sparkle in her eye, gave me a great big hug, and said, "I'm back." Now, we still have work to do. Jane's not completely better yet, but you know what? She's 70% better. She has the energy now to go to work. Her brain fog is gone. She takes her kids camping now on spring break and during the summer. So it's people like Jane who make me absolutely love what I do. I'm totally honored to work with people and help them get their life back when traditional medicine fails them. And that's why I love what I do.